It's 4 o'clock, it's Christmas Eve, and I don't have work for 3 days. So yes, Christmas is over. I hope you had a good festive period, whether or not you celebrate it, you just got to sit at home and eat lots with your family, whatever. I hope you had a good time. So as you can tell from today's title, we are going to be doing all the books I read in 2021. If you haven't already, you can check out my previous video which went through all my favourite books of the year. So the goal I set was 25 and so far I'm on 34 books. Once I finish We Free the Stars, I will hit 35. So I'm really happy with that. I decided to set a goal the same as last year because last year I did get furloughed just for a little bit, about 2 months, and I read like 10 books in a 2-month period, which just doesn't happen to me. So I kind of wanted to go back to, okay, like a target that I would have set prior to, you know, the pan-poo-poo. So I think I surpassed it in October and I decided to leave it at 25 just to see how far over I could get. I wasn't sure whether or not I should up it or not. So yeah, currently 34, will be 35. Of those 35, 20 books were physical, 12 were audiobooks and 2 were Kindles. I'm trying to get back into Kindles. It is a struggle, I am trying. So far I've read 7,934 pages, which averages out at 340 page length books, which I like a not too long book, to be honest. I've listened to 186 hours worth of just audiobooks. I've listened to loads of podcasts this year, so I'm only including audiobooks. And my average rating is 4.015. And to be honest, yeah, I completely agree with that, especially the latter half of the year. I really read some books that were kind of 4 stars and over, had them 3.75. So yeah, I actually did have a good year. Taste-wise and genre-wise, I've definitely tried to broaden my horizons. Obviously, I said at the start of the year that I wanted to do more books by Black authors so I could flood my Instagram feed. Oh my god, I can't say words. So I could flood my Instagram feed with more books by Black authors and just highlight those, and then obviously when I came back to BookTube, doing that as well. I also wanted to get more into mystery, suspense, like thrillers, that type of thing, murders, because it is a genre I watch and absolutely love, but it is not one that I read very much, so I've tried to get more into that and I think I've done that. And also I'm just trying to slowly make my way back into the classics. So in today's video we're going to be going through all my books start to finish, including ratings, but I will not be going into synopsis or anything because we'll be here forever. But yeah, if you want to, you can check out my previous video which is all about my favourite ones. So let's do this. Krampus, 3.5 stars. Hold Back the Tide, 5. End of Days, 3.75 stars. The City of Brass, 4 stars. Cinderella is Dead, 3.5. The Island at the End of Everything, 5 stars. Strange the Dreamer, 4 stars. Harley Merlin and the Secret Coven, 3.5. Kingdom of Souls, 4 stars. The Wrath and the Dawn, 4 stars. The Siege of Troy, 5 stars. The Crossing Places, 2.5 stars. Children of Blood and Bone, 5 stars. The Copper Kingdom, 4 stars. We Hunt the Flame, 4.5 stars. Harley Merlin and the Mystery Twins, 3.5 stars. Queen of the Conquered, 5 stars. A River of Royal Blood, 4 stars. The Crown and the Arrow, 3 stars. The Mirror and the Maze, 3 stars. Muse of Nightmares are currently unrated, kind of around a 4 something, but it's just I literally can't rate it. Children of Virtue and Vengeance, 3.75. 3.75. Harley Merlin and the Stolen Magicals, 3 stars. The Rose and the Dagger, 3.5 stars. One of Us is Lying, 4 stars. The Empire of Gold, 4 stars. Frankenstein, 5 stars. Meddling Kids, 4 stars. A Shadow on the Lens, 4 stars. The Deathless Girls, 4.75. The Woods Are Always Watching, 4. Harley Merlin and the First Ritual, 3.75. The Glass Women, 4 stars. And finally, Harley Merlin and the Broken Spell, 4 stars. So as you can tell, I had some pretty good reads and a couple of duffs that were just a bit like You'll notice that the Harley Merlin series stay pretty consistent with the 3 stars, and it's only been this latest book that I finally really felt like it was just like, oh, like, okay, wow. I just felt that every time I thought this book was coming to a close, it wasn't. It just kept going. We went traveling a lot of places. We experienced different magic. It just really felt really quite like, ooh, oh, okay. It just felt really different and was definitely what I was waiting for. My biggest disappointment, clearly The Crossing Places. I just really struggled with that one. I just didn't like a lot of it. I found it quite slow and boring. I didn't like that they went on about the main character's weight. It was just not great. The Strange the Dreamer situation, I have a whole video based on that, and yeah, I don't know. I loved it, but for me it's what I want a first book to be. The first book was definitely more character driven, definitely more setting it all up, whereas it felt like everything really happened in the second one. I think a second, well, I don't want to say disappointment, but yeah, a second disappointment for sure was Cinderella is Dead. I was really disappointed by that. I was so excited for it. You know, I love me a fairy tale retelling, and I love this idea of the Cinderella one where they were using the story to control these people and make them live a certain way of life, and women had no freedom, and I thought it was brilliant. And oh, the main character just The main character yeah, no. And it's really disappointed me because normally if I don't have a great read with an author, I am still willing to go on and try the next one, but this book has just really put me off. I don't want to do it. I just feel like, I don't know, but there's something about it that I'm just like, you know what, I'm good to tap out of that. I'm just not gonna try it. I'm gutted. I won't lie, I'm definitely gutted. Children of Virtue and Vengeance was another one that kind of let me down. I adored Children of Blood and Bone and it was amazing, and I just, oh god, the world building and just everything the characters went through was just amazing, and it just felt like the second book just did a massive U-turn on it and was just a bit like, what the hell is going on? I was crazily disappointed by it. The characters, man, well, just one, our main girl in particular, it was like, who is she now? It was, I hated it, and it's such a shame because I was just so excited and just so hyped to read this book. And now going into the third one, if the third one is ever gonna appear, who knows? I'm pretty kind of nervous about it because for me the third one has a lot to fix, and going forward I do not know what the hell I got nothing. So looking at the Goodreads statistics, the shortest book I read was 13 pages, and that was The Maze in the Mirror, which, yeah, that was a Kindle book. That was a really short one. And the longest one is Empire of Gold. As a physical book it is 766, but obviously I listened to that as an audiobook, but that one actually is still the longest. I think at 23 hours. The longest physical book I read was Children of Virtue and Vengeance. It was at 531, and then the shortest other than the Kindle books was at The Island at the End of Everything at 250 pages. So the most popular book for me this year was Frankenstein, and the least popular was A Shadow on the Lens, which was only shelved by about, what was it, 2,214 people, which actually is to me still quite high. I have read ones in the past where it's literally been like in just the hundreds. So considering for me that book was really unknown, I don't see it a lot on Instagram, I'm actually quite impressed with how high that number is. And the highest rated book I read was Empire of Gold. That book seriously seems to be like really figuring in this, with an average rating of 3.6, and yeah, it was really good. I totally see it. That whole trilogy was just, it was amazing. I listened to it and it was, yeah, I can completely see why. So that is it for today's video, short and sweet. Obviously Christmas has technically been by the time this has been, but I hope you have a good Christmas. I hope you have a good whatever you celebrate. I am ready to start eating. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one, which I think will be the new year. So happy new year.